What if the data, the cold, hard Arsenal stats, and the underlying metrics points to a single inevitable champion? This season, every single football news headline, every Mikel Arteta tactical evolution, and every pivotal transfer market signing has quietly built the foundation for a stunning truth. Arsenal FC is going to win the Premier League title.
I'm to say Arsenal will win the league, Pierce. We need to hear them words, please, mate.
100%. Arsenal, I've seen enough. Arsenal will win the Premier League. Liverpool are overrated. They've been very lucky so far this season. And by the way, look at the games we've had to play so far in the Premier League, right? Arsenal have had by far the toughest start to the league. And look where we are, sniffing just off the top. You watch the next 3 months. Arsenal, I suspect, will now go on an absolute tear. Big games out the way. We are going to win the league. I wouldn't be surprised if we win it by mid-March. This is the best Arsenal squad in my memory. And if Arteta unleashes the dogs, the Hounds will bring the silverware home.
So will you put your neck on the line?
Big 5 games coming up for every team. I think if Arsenal get through these, I think Arsenal win the league.
Just Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, just.
My brain always took me to the place where we are lifting the Premier League. That's what my brain is doing at the moment. So I just follow my brain and my gut, and this is how I feel. And this is as well the way that I want everybody to think, and hopefully we can achieve it.
I've got to go Arsenal again. I've got to double down, and I've gone their last 2 seasons. They finished second in the last 3 seasons, actually. But I didn't back them the first season. I backed City. But I've backed them the last 2. I'm going to stick with them.
Who's going to win? We're still waiting for you at Arsenal. They're not going to win the league. Oh, God.
They are currently first in the league with 16 points from 7 games. And the scary reason why they will stay there is not luck, but a terrifying efficiency their rivals cannot match. Forget the past 3 seasons of near misses, the Gunners have finally perfected the championship formula. The statistics are screaming it. Think back to the last 3 years. Second place, second place, second place. An emotional roller coaster that always ended in the same heartbreaking station. But this isn't the same Arsenal. This is the finished product of Mikel Arteta's 5-year project. This season, 2025 over 2026, marks the first time Arsenal has truly won the transfer market and maintained defensive dominance, all while solving their one critical weakness. This isn't a prediction, it's a statistical inevitability. I'm going to show you, with the numbers, why the destination of the Premier League trophy is no longer in doubt. The biggest, scariest reason Arsenal will be lifting that trophy in May starts right here, at the back. The foundation of every championship team is a defense that refuses to yield. In the 2024 over 2025 season, Arsenal finished as Premier League runners-up again, but they boasted the league's best defensive record, conceding only 34 times, a stat they have carried straight into the new campaign.
Your pillar of strength is your 2 centre-backs, trust me. Saliba and Gabriel are the best partnership in the league. I've been saying it for the last 2 and a bit years. They are the best partnership in the Premier League. Van Dijk's the best centre-back, I think. But the best partnership is these 2. They cover each other. One goes in, one goes short. They trust each other. They cajole, they push each other on. They look like they're battling to be the best between them, let alone everybody else.
After 7 Premier League matches this season, Arsenal have conceded a ridiculous 3 goals. Their goals against average is 0.43 per game. This is a fortress. Look at the analytics, their expected goals against XGA is just 4.3, meaning they are statistically outperforming even a meager expected concession rate. Now, let's talk players. This isn't just about William Saliba and Gabriel, though their partnership remains elite. Gabriel, with the highest dual success rate in the squad at 67.65%, is an absolute warrior. The evolution is in the fullbacks and the new midfield spine. Jurrien Timber's return and seamless integration has been revolutionary. He's currently leading the squad with 51 total duels won and a staggering 31 tackles, far exceeding any other player. Timber isn't just a defender, the data shows, he's also a key progressive carrier, proving he's the defensive engine, allowing the midfield to push. And then, there's the Spanish influence. New signing Martin Zubimendi, the defensive midfielder, is a passing metronome and a ball-winning machine, sitting second in both possessions 133 and progressive carries 109. His partnership with Declan Rice, who leads the team with 36 possessions won and a whopping 145 total carries, forms a double pivot of steel and silk. This is the scary part for City. And Liverpool-Arsenal's defense isn't just a back four, it's a six-man defensive unit that suffocates opponents. They have kept an impressive 7 clean sheets across all competitions in their first 10 matches. The opposition is generating an average of 0.61 XGA per game, demonstrating that even the chances they allow are incredibly poor quality. David Raya is adding to this, boasting the league's best save percentage at 83.3%. When a top team's XGA is low, and their goalkeeper has a high save percentage, they become nearly impossible to beat. This defensive foundation guarantees points even on an off day, something their title rivals have historically relied on their attack to mask. For 3 seasons, Arsenal's Achilles heel was a central striker who could consistently convert their elite creativity into goals. Their expected goals XG were always high. Last season's 59.9 XG to 34.4 XGA showed a huge statistical advantage, but they struggled with clinical finishing. That has changed. The signing of Victor Gyökeres from Sporting CP was the single most impactful piece of business in the summer window. Gyökeres is not just another forward, he is the elite, clinical final piece that Mikel Arteta desperately needed. In just the first 7 Premier League games, Gyökeres has proven his worth. He has already scored 3 goals and leads the squad with the highest expected goals XG in the Premier League. Crucially, he leads the team in both total shots 23 and shots on target 7. This demonstrates he is not only getting into the right positions as shown by his high XG, but he is also taking the shots and forcing the goalkeepers to work. This is the volume and clinical edge that was missing, the attacking depth. The other major factor is the distribution of goals and assists. Arsenal's attacking unit is firing on multiple cylinders, which prevents opponents from focusing on shutting down just one player. Leandro Trossard is currently their joint top goal contributor with 4 goals and assists combined across all competitions. Gabriel Martinelli is right there with 4 goals and assists combined. The versatility of players like Jurrien Timber with 2 goals and 1 assist in the Premier League, and new Italian defender Riccardo Calafiori with 1 goal and 2 assists means goals can come from anywhere. And, of course, Bukayo Saka, the talisman, is still chipping in with 2 league goals. In total, Arsenal has scored 14 goals in 7 Premier League games, averaging 2 goals per game. Their XG of 11.9 against their actual 14 goals suggests they are now overperforming their XG, a terrifying characteristic of champions who win by being clinically efficient in front of goal, something they consistently failed to do in the preceding campaigns. The combination of Gyökeres' volume, the wide player's clinical edge, and the progressive passing from new midfielders like Zubimendi, who leads the squad in line-breaking passes, means Arsenal's attack is no longer predictable, it is ruthlessly multifaceted. The tactical evolution and mental fortitude. The evolution of Arsenal, under Mikel Arteta, is the final, and perhaps most scary reason they will win the title. This is not just about better players, it's about a more sophisticated, mature tactical approach that directly addresses their previous failings. The tactical shift. Arteta has reinvented his philosophy to embrace calculated risk, higher tempo, and smarter positional play. In previous seasons, Arsenal were sometimes accused of having the handbrake on safe, controlled, but predictable. The 2025 over 2026 tactical system is bolder. Rice's dual role. Declan Rice now operates with more license to progress the ball higher up the pitch. Knowing Zubimendi provides a secure defensive screen, Rice is second in line-breaking passes, showcasing this increased verticality. Fullback inversion. Timber, in particular, has become a key creative engine from a deeper position. His high volume of progressive carries and tackling success allows the team to sustain attacks without compromising their rest defense. The press baiting. Arsenal are now more intentional in inviting the press high up the pitch, only to break lines with the superb progressive passing of Saliba, Zubimendi, and Raya himself. This turns opponent aggression into Arsenal's offensive weapon. The mental edge. 3 successive second-place finishes, including the heart-wrenching loss of the 2024 over 2025 title to Liverpool, have hardened this squad. Losing is a painful lesson, but it's a necessary one. This team is no longer young and naive, they are battle-tested and hungry. The narrative is no longer about if they can compete, but when they will finish the job. The introduction of experienced, proven winners in the squad, like the players signed this summer, also raises the collective mentality. They no longer rely solely on the burden being carried by the core group of Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard. The pressure is distributed across a squad with genuinely exceptional depth. This maturity is why, even in a huge match against Manchester City, they were able to salvage a 93rd minute equalizer through Gabriel Martinelli to secure a 1-1 draw, showing the kind of relentless, never-say-die attitude that defines champions. They earned a point where last season they might have succumbed to a deflating loss. Part 5. The competition and conclusion. The title race narrative always pits Arsenal against Liverpool and Manchester City. But this season, both rivals have genuine, statistical vulnerabilities that Arsenal is exploiting. Liverpool's rebuild and vulnerabilities. Yes, Liverpool successfully defended their title last season, but their team is undergoing a significant transition. While they have secured star signings, they have also lost crucial, established figures like Trent Alexander-Arnold and Luis Diaz, on top of the tragic absence of Diogo Jota. Even with new manager Arne Slot, this level of squad upheaval creates inconsistency. Their schedule analysis shows they have a comparatively favorable run over the holidays, which could give them a temporary lead, but they then face a very tricky post-holiday stretch with a higher average strength of schedule. The data suggests Liverpool's journey is less stable and relies more on their new signings immediately gelling. Manchester City's anomaly and fatigue. Manchester City is never out of the race, but by their own astronomical standards, the 2024 over 2025 season was an anomaly. While they have addressed issues by bringing back a fit Rodri and making defensive reinforcements, their team has a higher average strength of schedule through the crucial January to March turbulence of the post-holiday period. They have often been front-loaded with easier fixtures, but the tougher middle part of the season, when Champions League football kicks in, is where the depth of Arsenal's squad, which now includes the likes of Zubimendi and Gyökeres, will prove superior. Pep Guardiola's system thrives on having every cog perfectly tuned, and any disruption or fatigue, such as the one that hampered them when Rodri was unavailable, opens the door for the ruthless efficiency of Arteta's machine. The tipping point data versus history. The overall strength of schedule for all three contenders is roughly the same across the full season, but the distribution of that difficulty is where Arsenal holds the advantage. They faced more early pressure and survived it to sit atop the table. Their current record of 5 wins, 1 draw, and only 1 loss in the Premier League shows they have weathered the early storm, including a tight 1-0 defeat to Liverpool, their only blemish. This early resilience is the championship character that was missing before. Conclusion. The scary reason why Arsenal will win the Premier League is simple. They have removed their own obstacles. They have the best defense in the league, backed by the numbers 0.43 goals conceded per game and an 83.3% save percentage from David Raya. They have secured their missing piece, a clinical number 9 in Victor Gyökeres, whose shot volume and high XG conversion resolves the finishing crisis. They have a tactically mature and deep squad, evidenced by the evolution of Jurrien Timber and the seamless integration of Martin Zubimendi, distributing the creative and defensive load. For the last 3 years, the question was, what does Arsenal lack? This season, for the first time, the answer is nothing. The statistics, the tactical evolution, and the hardened mentality of a squad that has endured 3 years of pain have converged into an unstoppable force. The Premier League trophy is heading back to the Emirates. The scary reason is that this time, there is no one left to stop them.